Hey, welcome back to Pint with Coach. This is episode 21, and today we're going to talk about moving more human and some of the ways that we can do that, and especially with the clientele that we're working with every day. Most of them, they're in their late 30s, early 40s, or our niche is kind of fitness after 40. And one of the things that we need to do with them is get them just moving better. We see a lot of movement restrictions with tight hips, rounded shoulders, and some things like that. So we're going to talk about that for a few minutes here. Our beer today is called Holiday Haze from Sierra Nevada. So, it's only early November, but the holiday beer's already coming out. Tammy and I picked up 2 12-packs this weekend of 2 different mixes, and this is one of the ones that was in there. And it's nice. These beers are a little bit heavier, but it's nice this time of year. Things are getting colder. Sitting around, you have a little fire in the fireplace, and just kind of hanging out and relaxing in the evening. So this beer, like I said, it's a hazy IPA. It's 6.5% ABV, and it's one of Sierra Nevada's seasonal offerings. So moving back into moving more human and some of the things that we see. So a lot of our clientele, they sit at a desk all day, and that's pretty much everybody anymore. We just don't have real active jobs anymore, and we need to move better, or move more. And so what we're seeing is people coming in, they've got some little back pain. Maybe there's nothing structurally wrong. It's maybe just a postural thing. So their hip flexors are tight, their glutes are weak, or they have no butt or flat butts or whatever. So we need to loosen up the hip flexors with stretching. We need to activate the glutes, and that basically brings our pelvis back into more neutral alignment. And it's not quite that simple. Like we do a couple stretches, a couple activations, and bam, we're back. It takes more time than that, and it all happens over time. But a few stretches, a few activations can make a person feel a lot better. The other thing is we need to do some things for the shoulder, like the chest and the T-spine. So we get these rounded shoulders there forward. So we need to open that up a little bit. We need to work on being able to rotate through our T-spine and things like that. So we can do some drills for that. So those are two big areas that we like to hit on, usually in warm-ups and things like that. But aside from that, one of the things we see with a lot of people when they go into just like a traditional gym or into their community center or the place in their apartment complex to work out, what we'll see is they just have like a little circuit of machines, and they go through machine-based movements or do a lot of isolation stuff, maybe what they did back in high school, things with curls and leg extensions, things like that. So not that those are bad, it's definitely better than doing nothing, but it's not helping getting us back to moving more human, basically. So what we want to do is work on the human movement. So what these are is the hinge pattern. This is like your deadlifting, your kettlebell swing, things like that. It's basically bending over, picking something up off the floor. So we want to do some things like that. Some people can't get into that movement, so we do partial deadlifts, some things like that. From there, we want to work on squatting. Again, we need to squat down, squat back up. Again, we might not be able to do this with holding weights. It might be body weight. It might even be assisted, some different things like that. But again, working on that, improving that. We also need to work on lunging, or in that single leg stance. So basically like stepping out, kneeling down onto the ground, or stepping back and kneeling down onto the ground. Again, we can do this with weight, we can do this with body weight, we can do it with assistance, things like that. From there, we need some type of upper body pushing. So this could be like an overhead lift. It could be like a push-up, pressing out. We'll mix those up a little bit. And then we also have upper body pulling. This is like a row. We really like the TRX row for this because it makes the core stabilize as we're pulling ourselves up. And then the last big movement that we like to work on is the carry. So we can do like a farmer's carry with 2 kettlebells or dumbbells, or single arm. We could also do it up overhead, held at our chest, just some different positions that way. This is also where you get into a little bit of some sled pushing and things like that. That all kind of falls into those carries. So the programming to get yourself moving better is built around those movements. So that's something to think about when you're starting a workout program. To get yourself moving better, get yourself feeling better, and just basically move more human. So incorporate those in. That's this week's episode. Hope you guys found it useful and got some tips out of it.